Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up? How's it going, everybody?
How you guys doing? We just got out of seeing Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay, so this is our out of theater reaction.
Non-spoiler.
Non-spoiler for this part of this review, and then afterwards we'll do some spoilers. But I think, coming off of Ragnarok, this definitely did not live up to what I was hoping Thor 4 would be. But honestly, I went in with expectations set really low, and so I didn't really come out of this being super excited about the movie. But I think it was entertaining enough, and I enjoyed my time watching it, but it didn't live up to what I was hoping it would be. What about you?
Okay, so I kind of had the similar thoughts, but I tried to stay away. I didn't want to hear a lot of people's opinions about it, and I was also trying to try to stay away from a lot of the trailers. So I was going into it open-minded, but knowing how the last couple Marvel movies have been, I kind of was a little leery and going into it, hoping that this was going to be the one that changed it all. Unfortunately, I don't think it did that for me, but it was still, like you said, it was enjoyable. I'll tell you, it's better than Doctor Strange. That's personally what I think. Out of the last couple MCU movies that have come out, a little couple before No Way Home, it's probably higher than that because it's entertaining, it's fun. It's just, it doesn't live up, and I don't think it surpasses Ragnarok, which it kind of goes a little backwards. Christian Bale's performance as Gore was good, but I thought there should have been more.
He was super underwhelming to me.
The chemistry and the stuff between Thor and Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, Lady Thor, was fun, but again, it's like
it's there and then it's gone. It's there, then it's gone.
They have a lot of different choices that they do, and it feels like it did go by pretty fast.
Yeah.
The film, and I don't know. I think I enjoyed it, but it feels like a comic book that you read. It's like a one-off.
Yeah.
It has a little implication at the end. There are good end credit scenes. I will give it that. Well, semi good. It's nothing too boring, but it just feels like almost like an Ant-Man and the Wasp style sequel, where like that movie, I personally thought it wasn't trash, but it wasn't great. It was kind of meh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little more than that.
I feel like most of Phase 4 so far has been very underwhelming. I feel like there hasn't been much. There really hasn't been anything I've loved. I think I definitely enjoyed this more than I liked Eternals, but that's not saying much. Doctor Strange kind of disappointed me. Shang-Chi disappointed me. Shang-Chi, whatever you want to call it. I just think nothing's been really crazy so far, so I'm really hoping that something soon will excite me. But as of recently, MCU really, I don't know if it's just MCU fatigue for me. Definitely not superhero film fatigue, because I really enjoyed stuff like the Batman. Things like that. It was something that brings a fresh take. This just kind of felt like, I don't know. You can really tell, in my opinion, how many MCU films we've gotten. Things just kind of starting to feel a little stale. So I hope that they bring something new to the table sometime soon.
Yeah, or something exciting that like leaves you saying, "Wow."
Yeah.
I want to leave the theater like how I did Civil War, Endgame.
Exactly. I feel like I haven't got that in a while.
I haven't got anything like that.
I personally really enjoyed No Way Home.
They've all just been like teeter-tottering with like just getting by as like, okay, Phase 4 just really needs to get the act together and bring the magic of Phase 1 and 2 back.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the sets and the places that they visited were okay. There really wasn't too many new characters. I mean, a few here and there.
I think the first like half hour of this movie, I really enjoyed it. It was very fun and entertaining, and then slowly kind of just
the parts with
downhill.
The Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians were really cool. I like
the little time that they were in it. But okay, so I would say, without spoiling too much, that this movie for me, as of right now, I would say as a Marvel movie, for me it's around a 5.5. But for a Thor movie, because I feel like if looking back, I might have gave like Shang-Chi at the time, or actually I'm curious to remember what I gave those movies, but it's like a tad bit higher than that for certain degrees. But like those were new characters that had like maybe like an excuse to be kind of a little less, because I didn't know what to expect from them. With Thor having 3 movies and multiple Avengers movies, you kind of have a little bit more of an expectation for them. So as a Thor movie, I don't know. I would say I'd like to say both. I guess I'll just say between a 5.5 and a 6.5. Nothing over that. Yeah, and that's being generous for a 6.5.
I think that's fair.
Maybe a solid around 6, but I don't know. I'm undecided. I'll decide more in the next couple days.
That's fair. I think I'd give it a 6.5. I think I enjoyed it enough. There was things I liked, but I'm just gonna hop into a couple quick spoilers real quick. We'll end this video off. I think
come back if you haven't seen it. But
yes.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below.
I'd be interested to hear what the kind of the masses think of this movie. But I feel like Christian Bale was ridiculously underused. I feel like I said earlier, It's Here Then It's Gone was basically a lot for this movie. It's here then it's gone. There's not much.
They hyped him up like, oh my gosh, he's gonna do this.
Just
He's
gore.
gonna be this
He
crazy presence in the MCU, and it's Christian Bale, top tier actor, bringing it into his performance. I enjoyed it when I was
He definitely
watching
was good, but he just wasn't there
voice,
enough.
The stuff he was talking about, it just didn't really lead to much. I mean, the black and white fight scenes were cool. The fight scene,
the fight with Gore was cool. I like that.
But it all felt very short. And I mean, I don't know how I feel about having all the kids become Little Asgardians.
I didn't like that.
Was like,
it was a funny idea, but just come on.
It was cool for kids to feel like, wow, look at this, like someone to relate to, I guess, because at the end of the day, these movies kind of, you would think they would be made for kids, but there's quite a few kind of weird, awkward jokes that are
inappropriate innuendos. It was awkward.
And agendas that they love to push and stuff like that. But besides the fact with that, the Guardians were just so underused. Like, I had a feeling that was how it was going to be going in. I was like, they're going to just be in and out of there.
Yeah.
And of course, basically what you've seen in the trailer, magnify that by maybe like 10 minutes, that's what you get.
Pretty much.
I don't know. The end credit scenes, him killing Hercules, I was like, huh. I mean, him killing Zeus, I was like, oh man, is he dead? And then it shows he's actually alive.
And then his son's now out to kill Thor in Thor 5. So I don't know what they're going to do with that.
I don't know who that guy is. I got to look him up, but the guy playing Hercules. But then they actually show that Jane survived, which I guess makes sense because she died in battle and her body kind of like twinkled away. So that's kind of cool.
All right, we just swapped locations really quick. So you want to say a couple other things, right?
Yeah, a couple more things. So Mjolnir, the way that they brought Mjolnir back, I thought they were going to film a scene, and I thought they did behind-the-scenes photos with like Natalie Portman getting transformed as Lady Thor.
Her whole transformation into Lady Thor.
Everything
was like
really just was like mad quick in the beginning, which sometimes I don't mind to move it along, but like it never moved along to get something big. It was just more like the whole plot of him, this magical wishing well type thing. Everybody gets one wish. I was saying to myself, yo, Gore just like switched so fast from being like, oh, gods must die. To like, okay, I lost and maybe I'm not going to go through my wish. But I guess a little bit of his love and humility came back.
And bringing the daughter back.
To get his daughter.
Bringing the daughter
was
back.
So random.
Yeah, bringing the daughter back and then having it become Thor's daughter felt like the most random. Like, that came out of the blue completely. That was so
kind of a little cringy.
Random.
And a little weird. Like, I didn't mind the flashback scenes with Thor and Jane Foster, like, showing how their relationship was. But it obviously hinted that they maybe would want a kid someday. And the way that Gore dies and he's like, can you watch after her even though I wanted to kill you?
Yeah.
Like, it felt so weird. Like, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. But I was just like, I'm kind of just saying whatever because it's over and done with. But I feel like the way they're going forward, it's just, they solely just gave us that because they want to really push the Young Avengers and they want to make a Young Avengers.
Yeah, they're trying to recruit the roster now. I don't know. It felt really forced at the end there. It just felt really tacked on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm curious.
Like the last minute decision that they just were like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
I'm curious to see what they do for the next Thor movie.
And she's supposed to be Love and he's Thunder, so I guess that's why the title. And I guess the Love and Thunder between, obviously, Jane and Thor. But I don't know, man. I like the Matt Damon recap sketch. That was really funny with the stuff. New Asgard's always been kind of boring to me. And the monsters that Gore had, they're always going with these weird like creature type things, kind of like the Deviants and other creatures, which always makes me laugh. But I guess it worked for his character because I thought it was kind of entertaining, but kind of random. But I don't know. There's so much more that we'll probably be thinking about that we could talk to you guys with down in the comments below.
Yeah.
But anything else you could think of last second?
That's really about it. Just again, I really wish they used Christian Bale more.
Yeah.
It's really about it. I feel like he was there, then he was gone. There wasn't much to him, and he didn't really like his whole thing was killing the gods, and they really didn't show that at all. Like,
yeah,
really, you really could have done something.
It felt
with
like
that.
it was like a Skype call that they got on their phone.
You remember that scene with Hela when she's going through Asgard tearing people up? I feel like you could have had a dope scene with that. With
there
Hela
wasn't
and
anything.
Stuff, but
you really
Thor.
only seen him move when he was trying to fight and dodge and go like.
Yeah,
the way his powers worked, I feel like he could have used them more, especially in the last fight with like changing into shadow forms or creating more monsters. Like, I feel like if he had endless possibilities with that, how did a bunch of kids take them down and then he gets stopped by? I mean, I just I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like it all was catered towards getting the story, I felt like they were like, quickly, what are we gonna get for another Thor story? Let's write this random script, throw it out there. Oh, boom, Young Avengers.
We've got Christian Bale in it though.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel like the quality that Thor Ragnarok did, and it didn't feel like
anything like Thor Ragnarok.
Anything that was like solid. Like, there's so many comics and stuff for them to go off of, and they just they use elements of them, and then they just put out this movie because they know we're gonna pay money to go see. But I just want something that's like good quality. And I know it's Marvel, and I know it's a mixed bag, but I don't know. Maybe you guys loved it. I know some of our family members did not like it. Like
some people, yeah,
my
really didn't
sisters
like
and
it at
my
all.
mom didn't like it. They said Doctor Strange was better, and I don't agree with that. But I can understand why they don't like it. I just don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know what you guys thought down below in the comments. If you've enjoyed the video, like it and subscribe. Again, comment down below. Let us know all your thoughts on the movie, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.
Peace.